When Marcus and Erin booked their Florida Airbnb, all they wanted was a quiet escape. No work calls, no drama, just the two of them. Sunshine and a few days of peace. They were high school sweethearts, now in their 30s, married, still trying to hold on to that feeling. Life had gotten heavy lately, so this trip, it mattered. The Airbnb was perfect. A cozy one-bedroom bungalow tucked near Longboat Key's quieter stretch, away from the hotels near the shore. It had soft lighting, light beach decor, and a small backyard with palm trees swaying just enough to calm your pulse. They arrived around 5:30 p.m. The keys were under the mat, just like the host said. A welcome card was left on the counter, handwritten. "Make yourselves at home, Don." Marcus chuckled. "Classic Don move," he joked. Erin smiled, but something about the house made her uneasy. That first night, they made dinner, watched a movie on the tablet, and climbed into bed early. They hadn't shared a bed without alarms or emails in weeks. For a moment, it felt like who they used to be. But while they lay there in the dim room, Erin kept glancing up at the ceiling. There, directly above the bed, was a round, cheap-looking smoke detector. It blinked, slowly. Red. Every 4 seconds, a tiny red light pulsed and disappeared. "Is that normal?" Erin whispered. Marcus looked up. "Battery, maybe? Should it be blinking like that all night?" He shrugged. "I'll check it tomorrow." They fell asleep eventually, but Erin couldn't shake the feeling. In the morning, it was the first thing she saw. Blink, blink, blink. They went out for the day. Beach, coffee, antique shops. It was a good day, but the second they returned, Erin looked at the ceiling again. "Blink," she said. "It's really starting to bother me." So Marcus grabbed a chair from the kitchen and climbed up to check. The detector cover was plastic, the cheap twist lock kind. He twisted it. It didn't come down. Not easily, at least. He applied more pressure, and finally the cover popped off. Erin was standing behind him when he said, "What the hell?" Inside the detector, instead of a sensor or a battery compartment, there was a tiny black lens, centered like an eye. A perfectly placed miniature camera. Wired, fixed, facing the bed. They stared in silence. Is that recording us?" Erin asked, her voice already cracking. Marcus was frozen. His mind raced. Had it been on the whole time? The device wasn't like a normal camera. It had a small wireless transmitter board and no indicator light. Someone had installed it intentionally and discreetly. Marcus stepped down. Erin was already backing away from the bed, as if it had been watching her sleep. That night, the night before, the changing, the laughing, the intimacy, all of it, possibly streamed. They didn't even pack. They left everything, locked the door, and drove to the nearest police station. Erin cried the entire ride. Officers investigated. Forensics pulled the device and found evidence of live streaming hardware. The host, Don, was later arrested. Not only was he the owner of that property, he managed 15 other Airbnb listings in the area. 8 of them had similar hidden devices, smoke detectors, wall clocks, even USB chargers. They were all wired, all streamed to a hidden folder on a private network. Hundreds of hours of footage had been taken, of couples, families, solo travelers, children. No one had known. No one had suspected it until Erin. Marcus and Erin never returned to Florida. They took legal action, joined a lawsuit with other victims, but some of the footage had already made its way online. Airbnb removed Don's listings, but to this day, it's unclear how many guests were filmed, how long it went on, or where those recordings ended up. When Marcus was asked why they didn't notice sooner, he said something that stuck with investigators. Because they never checked the ceiling.